Welcome to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome to Long Beach in the United States of America. And today we are racing this amazing machine, the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, a vintage GT car in a street circuit. How wrong can this go? There are your championship standings. Diogo Silva is the leader after 4 races, and here Simon Allen and Diogo Silva are on the front row. Alonso Fonso and Darren Head are on the second. Kev Allen and Diogo Almeida are on the third, with Stuart Brand right behind, and it's a very, very good start by Simon Allen that goes surely into turn 1 in the lead. Diogo Silva has made a poor start again, but maybe he's going to be able to defend second place. Let's see if they all behave in this very tight corner, and someone is on the outside of Diogo Silva for a second. Didn't quite work. Oh, and there's a touch there. I think it was Alonso Fonso and Darren Head, if I'm not mistaken, that went head to head there in that first corner, but everyone seems to have survived to fight another day. But what a start from Simon Allen in that number 47 machine, the yellow Ferrari, that has jumped into the lead of this race and is already a few car lengths in front of Diogo Silva. Darren Head is in third. Alonso Fonso is down to fourth. Chris Russell is up to fifth. Nice start from Chris there. 60s Kev Allen, followed by Stuart Brand. Jumbo Frankie is in 9th place. Dale Taylor is in 10th. Diogo Almeida, something must have happened to him that we haven't seen. He is in 11th place, and Scott Davely was probably delayed by some sort of incident. He sits in 12th and last at the first of these 12 laps is Alonso Fonso. Again, that's another clash with Darren Head and Alonso Fonso already in that number 75 Ferrari. Has already been delayed by 2 incidents, but he maintains 4th place for the time being. All sorts of battles there at the back with, I believe, Kev Allen going in front of Chris Russell. That's for 5th place as they finished the first lap out of 12 here at Long Beach. And look at this in turn 1. Kev Allen has definitely got the position, and he's now challenging the 4th place of Alonso Fonso, but he runs wide and he runs into Chris Russell. What a disaster here for these two drivers, and I think Kev Allen has actually spun. I believe Kev Allen has actually spun and got overtaken by Stuart Brand for 6th place as they continue to battle the mighty Long Beach circuit, a very, very popular street circuit. Maybe, just maybe, not with this car. Here we have Darren Head in the number 58 red Ferrari going to the barriers there. Darren Head into the barriers, and Alonso Fonso, after trying to pass Darren for the best part of 1 full lap, manages to go in front of the British driver. The Portuguese driver is up into 3rd place now on lap 2. Let's check out the rest of the leaderboard. Scott Davely and Diogo Almeida have gone in front of Jumbo, that now has the last position on the track. Kev Allen has dropped down to 7th. Del Taylor has also made a move on Frankie for 8th place. So all sorts of movement happening in this street circuit of Long Beach as they complete yet another lap, with Simon Allen now 1.2 seconds ahead of Diogo Silva. The top 2 are opening a gap to 3rd place because Alonso Fonso is still battling with Darren. And look at this, Diogo Silva has gone wide into turn 1. Now it's Diogo's turn to lose time in this circuit. And has he lost any positions? No, he hasn't. But he certainly has lost a little bit of time as we follow now Frankie, who is in 9th place. Dale Taylor in that white number 18 Ferrari has gone in front of the American driver that of course here is racing at home, basically in California, just a few miles away from his home. Stuart Brand here in also the number 18 car, very popular livery, is in 6th place. He is ahead of Kev Allen, and I wonder if Kev is going to make a comeback here. Kev Allen really not having the start of the year that he wants, and Stuart Brand not having that corner as he wants. And now Dale Taylor has hit him, and so has Kev Allen. This has been a disaster for pretty much every driver that has hit Stewart Brand. I think they've all gone through, but some have lost more time than others. That's a disaster for I think it was Diogo Almeida. No, Frankie was the driver that has lost the most time, because he's now sitting in ninth. And oh, there's a spin there. A spin by Diogo Almeida, and he got together with Kev Allen. Would you believe it? Every incident that we look at, there's Kev Allen in it. I wonder really what's going on, and the two drivers have not managed to get back into the track. They are both trying to press the reset button, but they're too close to one another. This is a total disaster for Kev Allen and also for Diogo Almeida. They are down to the last two places. Scott Davely has also lost time in this incident, and what a disaster for some of these drivers, as Alonso Fonso continues to be ahead of that Ferrari from Darren Head. Darren is in fourth place. Alonso Fonso is in third. Now look at this. This is actually Alonso Fonso getting to the back of Diogo Silva. I do apologize. It didn't seem like Darren Head to me there, and it wasn't Darren Head. Of course, he's in the red car. Oh, and Diogo Silva has made a mistake there. Diogo Silva has made a mistake in the same corner as Stewart Brand, and he didn't spin, but he lost the position to Alonso Fonso. Now Alonso Fonso up to second. That's great, a great recovery drive from him. And and he hits the barriers too, but he keeps the position. He just bounces back into the track. Can Diogo Silva make a move on him? No, he can't. And Alonso Fonso continues to be in second place with that number 775 Ferrari that seems to be sponsored by the grocer French group Carrefour. That looks like a Carrefour logo, if you know what I mean. But basically Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus, is up into second place. Jumbo, we haven't seen too much of him, except that he was in last place just a couple of laps ago. Now he's actually up to 9, so that's a good job, good recovery job by Jumbo. Also, of course, probably helped by the fact that Kev Allen and Diogo Almeida were basically making out, kissing one another in that corner for ages and really couldn't get going. I wonder what has happened to Scott Davely. I couldn't quite see what has delayed Scott so much in this race. Certainly 11th is not the position that he wants to be, neither is 10th for Kev Allen, and this is not the start of the season that Kev Allen wanted. The reigning champion of Old Folks Racing PlayStation, and he's in the back foot again here at Long Beach, not having the greatest start of the season. He has not won a race yet this season. He's now trying to make a pass on Jumbo, but that's for 9th place, and clearly 8th place, that is Stewart Brand. After that spin is a few car lengths ahead of Jumbo. I wonder who have been the beneficiaries. Oh, and Gavin has again lost it there at one of these 90-degree corners that really are part of this Long Beach circuit. In the meantime, Jumbo has actually made quite a lot of ground to Stewart Brand, so the battle for 8th place is very, very lively indeed, and Kev Allen continues to slide and drift in this circuit. Now he's trying to make a move on the outside there into the last corner. That's not really an overtaking point there, but he's trying on the outside, which is even less of an overtaking point. Now he can make a switcheroo and go on the inside into the start-finish line. Maybe that will work. It hasn't worked, and Kev Allen continues to be behind Jumbo, at least for the time being, as they cross the start-finish line nose to tail as they start yet another lap. We are getting to the midpoint of this race, and now Kev Allen is going to try the inside into turn 1. Really beautiful scenes here at Long Beach as Kev Allen tries to brake later than Jumbo, and I think he's got the job done. Can he brake in time? No, he can't brake in time, and he crashes into the barrier. And look at this, his bonnet has come off. At least it will make sure that his engine gets properly cooled. But he also got the position from Jumbo, and Jumbo now really sliding there. I think he's suffering some of his usual leg issues. Darren Head is really no man's land. No, he's no in no man's land because Diogo Silva has made a mistake and dropped down to 4th. Disaster for Diogo Silva, that's the championship leader that has started on the front row, but after starting 2nd has been moving backwards in this race ever since the first lap. He has lost the position. Oh, and someone at the back has crashed. That's Chris Russell, has bounced off the barrier and clearly as the laps go by, these cars become more difficult to control as tire wear starts becoming an issue. Diogo Silva clearly frustrated at losing yet another position to Darren, but now gets it back because Darren has made a mistake into turn 1 and has bounced from the barriers, but of course lost a little bit of time as they go back to the original positions. But Darren is still not done yet with a podium challenge. He certainly will think that in the remaining 5 laps of this race he still has a chance at the podium. In the meantime, Simon Allen, that seems to be the only driver not making mistakes here, has actually not opened a big gap as we were expecting. Look at this, Darren now sliding there through that 90-degree corner. Diogo sees it coming and really protects his line, but Darren, I think he's got the quicker pace right now, and I think that will be just a matter of time before Darren makes it back into third place. Diogo clearly struggling with tire handling and talent issues, I should say, as Darren clearly is the faster driver, and he's still got 5 laps to make a pass. Will he try to make one here in the last corner? I think that most of the drivers have made a gentleman's agreement not to overtake in this last corner, which has potentially disastrous effects. Look at this, Scott Davely is now making a move on on no one really. He's actually losing a lap, and Simon Allen has crashed. Simon Allen has crashed on his own, and clearly the car wouldn't turn into that 90-degree corner, and this means that probably Alonso Fonso is going to be much closer. But I think Alonso Fonso also made a mistake because he's 3.6 seconds behind us. Darren Head clearly now is all over the back of Diogo Silva, and Diogo making a very good defense indeed on this lap 8 here at Long Beach. But I wonder if he has any chance whatsoever of not losing this podium position. This battle is clearly for third because they are 11 seconds behind leader Simon Allen, and Alonso Fonso has actually lost more time to Simon Allen. Now he's 4.5 seconds behind, and Simon is running away with this victory. That could be quite an important victory for his championship aspirations, as championship leader Diogo Silva is in third, but clearly battling with the second place man in the championship right now. The Darren Head on the inside now. Darren Head making a clean move on the inside. Can he stop on time? Yes, he can. And that was a good move. He brushes the barrier. Can Diogo Silva come back at him into the last corner? I don't think he will be able to, but he is trying, and no. Diogo Silva drops to fourth now. Excellent move by Darren Head. A very clean overtake in this Long Beach circuit. No mistake from either driver. This is clearly a duo of drivers that respects each other, and the race is very cleanly indeed. Stuart Brand has been yo-yoing between the top 5 positions and the back end of the top 10. He's now sitting in 8, and Frankie has actually recovered a couple of positions from the first laps, as has Dale Taylor, that's sitting in an excellent 6th, and Frankie is going to hope to make a good finish here, playing at home as it were here in the Long Beach. And both these drivers are actually now being chased by a recovering Kev Allen, and I wonder if Kev is going to have time at least to challenge for a 7th place, as Diogo Silva clearly has not given up on a podium here. He's behind Darren Head. I don't think he's in a position to challenge, but I think he may be in a position to benefit from any mistake that Darren may do in these last 3 laps as they go. And I think Diogo is losing time now. He's losing time. His pace is not as strong as in the beginning of the race. At the front, Simon Allen has a comfortable lead now with 3 laps to go. 3 seconds to Jorge Jesus, the 2nd place Portuguese man, as we continue to enjoy this nice battle. Frankie there brushes the wall a little bit but survives it, as Stuart Brand is clearly eyeing an opportunity now to go on the outside. Didn't quite work there in that 90-degree corner as they are about to finish another lap, and now Frankie makes another mistake and brushes the wall again, and now Stuart is side by side, and I think he's going to make a move now on this fast section that ends with a tight corner where overtaking is possible. Stuart Brand on the inside, Frankie on the outside, and Frankie is going to defend, and here comes Kev Allen. Kev Allen comes and goes straight Frankie brushes the wall, and Stewart is actually the beneficiary of this battle as he goes up to 7th place in a very, very well executed overtake at Kev Allen. Oh, look at this, Stewart now goes and loses it at the exit of the last corner, and everything goes to back where it was. No, it's not back where it was, because Diogo Almeida has actually benefited from this and has made a move on Kev Allen for 9th place. Kev is down to 10th, Scott Davely is in 11th, Jambo is in 12th, and that's a pretty neat battle here. These drivers are... Oh, and something has happened to someone there. I think it was a red car. I'm not sure who that was really. Oh, that was Frankie. That's a red and yellow car, and that's a very big shame, because he was doing such a good race in 7th place, and now he is down to 11th as he had some trouble restarting his Ferrari. Oh, that's a disaster for Frankie. He was hoping for a strong finish here. Now he's down to 11th. Scott Davely is actually up into the top 10. Diogo Almeida is up to 8th, and Kev Allen is back into 9th position as we are now in the penultimate lap. And we have here the driver, the number 47 driver now, brushes the wall there. And Alonso Fonseca, look at that, he's actually quite close to Simon Allen. Does he have the time to challenge? He brushes the wall as well. But we have a race for the win here. Things are not over yet, and Simon Allen was in control of this race. He had 3 or 4 seconds gap, but now Jorge Jesus is coming back at him, and they only have 1 more lap to go, and Simon seems to be in control. But look at this, Alonso Afonso, Jorge Jesus, he has his headlights on, and he's clearly going to challenge somewhere for the lead. We are not done yet, and this is what we love in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. We have clean racing, we have battles throughout the field, and we have excitement up to the last lap. And Alonso Afonso is already trying to think where is he going to make a move here in the last corner. Is not possible most likely, but he's going to maybe try to make a good exit out of the last corner and maybe challenge into the first corner. Not quite there yet, because he's a few car lengths behind as they complete 1 more lap and start the last lap here at Long Beach Race 1. This is round 5 of the spring 2021 season, and Simon Allen has the advantage for now. Where is Jorge Jesus going to make his move? He could have made a move here, didn't quite work. Now he's going to have 2 or 3 more realistic chances, not here at the fountain for sure, as Simon negotiates cautiously this. And Alonso Afonso now has made a mistake there, and this could be it for... Oh, Simon Allen has spun on his own. Simon Allen has spun on his own. Disaster for the British driver yet again on the last lap. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Simon Allen has lost the lead that he has held since the start. Unbelievable scenes here at Long Beach as Simon Allen now drops to second, and he's 2.8 seconds behind. I think it's all over, and he spins again. He spins again. Can he maintain second place now is the question. I think he will be able to maintain second place, because Darren Head is 7 seconds down the road, but Jorge Jesus is going to have his first victory of the season. He may not be having a lot of success as a football coach back in his home country, but Jorge Jesus is going to finally win something here in Old Folks Racing PlayStation in 2021 spring. He has won in the winter season a couple of times, and he will win now the first race at Long Beach, and that's a very good drive from Jorge Jesus. What a drive! He was 4th on the first lap, and he wins the race. Simon Allen will have to resign himself to second place. Is nevertheless a good one for the championship. Darren Head has got the podium. 3rd place, 4th place is going to be Diogo Silva. That has dropped backwards during this race. 5th place is going to be for a very lonely Chris Russell that has spent most of this race on his own, but that's another top 5 for Chris. Another good result. 6th, Dale Taylor on his return to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. That's a good performance there from Dale in this race. 7th is going to be Diogo Almeida. Diogo Almeida is going to be up in 7th. That's a nice one, because Stuart Brand has lost actually the position on the last lap, but can he make it? Still, can he make it? I don't think he's going to be able to make it, and Diogo Almeida is going to make a mistake there in the last corner. Where is Stuart Brand? Stuart Brand has actually lost a few more seconds, and Diogo Almeida actually manages to recover to 7th, which is not a bad recovery considering he was pretty much in last place at the end of the first lap. 8th is going to be Stuart Brand, 9th is going to be Frankie, that recovers actually a couple of positions to finish, and Scott Neville is going to be 10th. And look at this, Kev Allen, would you believe it, is 11th and last on the road. Join us soon for race 2 for more action from Long Beach. Has been an absolute thriller.